Hello, everybody. Welcome to another movie discussion. Today, we're going to talk about the sequel to one of my favorite Don Bluth movies, An American Tale. And that movie is An American Tale, Fievel Goes West. Now, thankfully, this is one series for Don Bluth that didn't get a million sequels. I'm looking at you, live before time. That was and the sequels, this last sequel, kind of did make a big impression that American Tail Fievel Goes West made. I do have some complaints about this movie, but we'll get to that here in a minute. So, the movie starts from where An American Tail left off. And apparently, Fievel is having a dream about being a gunslinger in the Old West, helping out Wally Burp. I know. What do you think of that? And yes, I do believe this is a take on Wally Earp. Anyway, at the end of his dream, he gets ready to shoot down another cat when he hears his mom calling and dream ends. Well, remember that pop song from the first movie? The song is sang yet again, but is interrupted by a family across the way telling her to shut up. The movie's good. There are just a few things that I laughed at, and I'll even talk about one nostalgia critic talk about in just a minute. There's still gags in the movie, like there's this gag where Tiger is getting chased by dogs, and he pulls the dog's tongue out. He goes, "Cat got your tongue." And then there's a scene where he's being trained to be a dog. I'm not kidding. He gets trained to be a dog. And he is told how to give someone the lazy eye. Now, let me explain something though. Why is it called a lazy eye? That's a problem that some people have. They have a lazy eye. But I guess it was supposed to be like, give the death stare. But they couldn't say that in a kids' movie. Oh no, they couldn't. But, so, and of course, there's also tons of other songs, like Rawhide is in the movie. I'm not kidding. Go and watch it and get to the point where Tiger sends him out of the way. You can hear Rawhide being played in the background. I know this was popular when An American Tail Fievel Goes West came out, but that song was about probably a decade old by this movie came out. So, why? And then we also have other pop songs. I don't remember all of them, but they're mostly sang by Fievel's sister. Okay, it's great and all, but I would love to hear more songs from Fievel or Tiger, or for crying out loud, we had Danny DeVito singing the song that I didn't even know back in that day. I didn't even know it was him until I was like, that's Danny DeVito. He's singing. So, one of my complaints about, what are my other favorite parts? I think my favorite part is where Tula, the little spider, is playing cards. And he's like, he's you played your last hand, Tula. And he goes, no, I got 7 more! Well, 6 more, I don't remember. And he pulls out all these cards. And they're each of his spider legs. And then, I told you this was coming up. I don't remember what Nostalgia Critic said about it, but it was something along the lines like, yuck. Fievel stabs the main villain, Catawall, in the butt, and he goes up to the ceiling and lands up in the girl's hands. And he's cuddling him, and he's like, oh, pussy, pussy, oh. So, what are my complaints? Well, first of all, movies, the pop songs, okay? Like I said, I don't mind some of them, but again, there's no songs from the other characters. We had no Captain America from the first movie. We had Somewhere Out There from the first movie that was sang by more than one person. And yet, when we get to this movie, we get one song called Way Out West that's sang by the entire group on the train. Why did we have more than one song sang by at least Fievel? The other complaint is, I hate to say it, but it's the length. The length is a little long. It's not as long as An American Tail, possibly, but it could have been not as short as it, but still, it's the length between getting thrown off the train, and I'll get to that here in a bit, to getting to just get to the action. Even when Fievel goes out to find Tiger to become a dog, it's, I don't know. And then the joke when some of the jokes were, they flew in my head as a kid. And I just think, this is so, I think now, this is so dumb. Like, there's a part where he falls in the water, and then he sees a dogfish. And that stupid thing barks at him and growls. That's not funny. Neither is catfish meowing. Come on, movie, stop being stupid. And then, you know how much I loved the songs in American Tail, Fievel Goes West. In American Tail, I mean, this movie takes that and some of them, it just throws them out the window. There's no good. Some of the songs aren't even that sing very good. I mean, okay. The one that brings a tear to Catterwall's eye, and he walks up to her and picks her up. That was pretty good, I have to admit. And then, the last one. The villain, okay? He tries to, just like Warranty Rat, or Cat, whichever one you want to call him, he tries to hide that he's out to kill the mice. And every time he fouls it up. But at least Warranty Cat, he doesn't get recognized as a cat until later on in the movie. Although us as kids probably realize that, yeah, that's a cat. But, and then we get Catterwall. He pretends to be friendly with the mice, only to basically try to catch them in a giant mouse trap. Like, really? We have Warranty Cat who just basically makes people pay him to keep safe. But Catterwall, what's he do? He gains the trust and then builds a giant mousetrap. Can I ask a legit question? Did anyone look behind the stands and say, oh my gosh, this might be a giant mousetrap? Or did they not care? Now, I will say the movie's good, but it's not perfect. I mean, if you want to watch it, by all means. I think this is probably my favorite sequel of all time. So, take my talk about with a grain of salt, because it's not a bad movie. I would watch it again. I even have it on DVD still, on a double-sided disc. That's a testament to how good this movie is. But I would suggest don't watch the third movie. I am telling you, I watched it for 5 minutes. I had to turn it off. I was getting bored. I was like, really? This is what we got for the third movie? Thank goodness they stopped after the third movie. Unlike a certain series that just had to keep itself going till the 14th movie. And it's like, oh, we're going to teach these kids lessons. And of course, we do have this cartoon series, which is what it should have been. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. I might do The Land Before Time, the first 3 movies, because I did like the other 11. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'll see you guys on the next video.